Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my name is Arrowfire and welcome back to another episode of my top 5. Although this is a bit of a different one, it's an annual one that we're doing. We're doing my top 5 Transformer pickups of 2022. So yes, I hope you've all had a great year so far and thank you for sticking with me on this channel. This is going to be my top 5 pickups of 2022, and just like with last year, this doesn't necessarily mean these are going to be brand new figures that have come out in 2022, just my pickups from the year within. But first off, I just want to say whatever your plans are this holiday season, I hope you have a great time. Whether you're taking it easy, meeting with friends, eating and drinking far too much, and if you just want some time to yourself, I'm glad you've chosen it to spend some time watching my channel. Thank you very, very much for all of your support this year.
Top 5.
In at number 5, Legacy Inferno. Yes, this is a particular favourite of mine. I'm a big Beast Wars fan, as you know, and I couldn't help but not get this guy. He is just brilliant. In as much as this is maybe not the best representation we'll get, I'd like to think a Masterpiece could come along, Takara or otherwise, and maybe do a tiny bit of an upscale, better job, die-cast parts and what have you. But in terms of on-screen representation, this is the best version of the figure that we've had so far. And the character alone that he's got, I've actually got the upgrade gun as well on it. It just looks much more show accurate. The expression on the face is something else. I just love how he looks. It's a bit of a shame really if you want to get the gun to make it toon accurate, if you like. But it's still very good. I love the expression on the face. I just think it's been a great figure and a good size as well. He fits in with the other Kingdom figures, the other Legacy figures. And yeah, he is a big favourite of mine, even a bit of light piping in the back of the head. When you see things like this, and I haven't heard of many QC issues with it, Legacy have done quite well, more or less. And number 4, Fans Hobby Meg Tyranno. Yep, the lovely, huge green tank that is their version of an Armada Megatron. And I love it. I absolutely love it. As I said at the time when I did my review, this is the first Fans Hobby figure that I've got, and I've not been disappointed. It's just brilliant heft, and it is really good fun to transform. It's not complicated. I love a hefty size bot. I love what this does in terms of physical towering and empowering that he does. It just is brilliant. Maybe he could do a few more of a die-cast feature to it, as I said in the video at the time. But for my first experience of Fans Hobby, if this is what they do, and I'm a sucker for a big green tank, I just love how it looks and how I can really hear David Kay's voice coming through this figure. I cannot wait to see a tidal wave. I'm pretty sure they're doing a tidal wave. We've seen some very, very early renders and haven't heard too much since. But can you imagine a bigger version than this, a taller version of a tidal wave in true grand Masterpiece scale? That's pretty special. Number 3, Defamation Space Thundercracker. Now this is a design I couldn't say no to, and what's interesting is that I just keep looking at it. So I've actually got 3 different Seekers. I have the Make Toys Howling Meteor for my Starscream, Defamation Space for my Thundercracker, and the Takara Masterpiece, the recent one, the MP52, for my Skywarp. The reason is I don't think all 3 of them have been nailed perfectly. I don't think the Skywarp in the Defamation Space line is brilliant because I don't think the purple's perfect, but that's by the by. And I don't think the Starscream in the Defamation Space line is that perfect either. Sculpting wise, yes, but I'm not a fan of the grey. I like the Howling Meteor white of the Starscream. That being said, when it comes to Thundercracker, who is predominantly blue and only a bit of grey, dusty grey, I love it. I love that kind of chalky palette colour scheme. He looks almost marbly to touch, like a graphite surface maybe. But the expression on the face is to die for. The smirk that's there, the stature, it's quite big, particularly when you put it next to the Takara MP52 mould. It's surprisingly tall. This is a good Masterpiece standing. It's very clean at the back. Okay, it's come with the upgrades that the first one for the Starscream didn't. That all being said, I just think it's brilliant, and I keep looking at it. It's very expressive. It's very G1. For a character that I'm not that fussed on, I'm not that big a Skywarp or a Thundercracker fan, but I saw it, I thought it was really, really good, and I have not been disappointed. It just oozes character, and I'm really surprised how, for a figure that I'm actually, or a character I should say, that I'm actually not that fussed about, how I do keep looking at it, and how I do think it's so special in my collection, particularly in my Decepticon top tier. Number 2, Planet X Cactus. Okay, I'm cheating a bit here. I'm cheating because I actually got this figure Christmas before last, so it wasn't strictly a 2022 pickup, but when I did this video last year, for my top 5 last year, I got this guy at Christmas, so he would have missed out on either video. He would have fallen into a bit of a grey space, so I had to include him. Yes, this is Planet X version of an IDW Grimlock. It's just glorious. It is just the most inspiring piece of a dinosaur you have seen. And even the robot mode's really good. If you're a fan of IDW and the design that they're going for, it's very sleek, it's very stylized, but very Grimlock at the same time. The gold is brilliant, the light silver, the dark grey is fantastic. The character of the face, the sharpness of teeth and tongue, it's just incredible. Yes, the transformation is hell. And it's a shame because I wouldn't mind putting it back in a robot mode for a little bit, but I am not going through that transformation again. That is just ugly. It's the worst thing about the figure. To stop it being such a perfect figure. But the design is so good. And it kind of sticks as a standout for my IDW collection, and I've got some very good IDW figures in a shelf just behind there, but he kind of towers over them. And maybe Grimlock didn't have such an important run in IDW. He had a couple of good appearances, but was he the standout character of IDW even when they got into the Lost Light and Shockwave or even Scorponok? No. But Planet X really need to be commended. They've done such an amazing job. I want to see more Dinobots. It's going to be very expensive if they do all 5, but they threaten to do a sludge. It'd be hard to say no. It would really be hard to say no if they're this good. And hopefully the transformation's better. But he is one of my top figures in my collection. For someone who's not G1, it's just such an amazing sculpt and design. Number 1, Kang Toys Razor Claw. I'm nothing if not predictable. I just love it. That's it. I just love it. I love it because it looks so stunning. And there's just not a blemish on it. Not one thing wrong. From a paint adaptation. Yes, it's very busy. It's got stuff going all over it, and you'll probably cut yourself transforming it as much as anything else. It should come with a hazard label. But a masterpiece Razor Claw. Razor Claw, yes, is one of my favourites, so I'm very biased. But I tracked this one to delivery to my front door. This was one that I thought, this might not be bettered. And I do kind of feel that I have maybe 2 or 3 in my collection where I think, I can't see this improving, and this is one of them. I think, even now, even though it's not G1, this is the best masterpiece Razor Claw we're ever going to get. Even if there's a Fans Toys one, would it be of this scale, this dominance, this appearance, this vibrance, this absolute assertiveness of a spiky lion that looks like it's going to take off and lunge at you? Would that be bettered? Could a Fans Toys do better than this? Could a Zeta do better than this? I think the bar's been set very, very high. Now, what I'm really sad of, and I was thinking of this, we're coming to the end of this set, and sooner or later this is going to be in Predaking mode. And I'm going to have to say goodbye to Razor Boy, and that really makes me sad. So, yeah, I might have to take him apart again, which doesn't look like it's going to be a 5-minute job. But for me personally, the joy this got when I got it in robot mode, the robot mode's very good, but I just can't not have it in lion mode. Just, oh God. It's just glorious. Magnificence and glorious. Pride of a lion. The stealthness, the roar. King of the jungle. Call it what you like. The alpha. and the omega. And for me, the pinnacle of my 2022 pickups. And there we go, that's my top 5 pickups of the year 2022. Thank you so much for sticking with me for this channel. It's been great seeing the channel grow. It's been great seeing some of your sticking with me, some of the names coming back around in the comments below. And talking of comments, leave your top 5 pickups or some of the pickups that you've enjoyed throughout the year in the comments below. I do love to read them. I do love to hear what you have to say, and I'd love to know what you think. But thanks for watching. Let's try again in 2023, because I will see you on the next one.